used to play back in the day when I was a player. Rubik's, Earthshakers, Wind Rangers, all these heroes that just are kind of forgotten a lot of the times. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to see Tim's playing this because, as the panel mentioned, a lot of good spells to steal. Sure. Pretty much every hero that he can target has a couple different good spells that he can grab. Chakram, Shackles, Puck's Silence, and Ult in particular. Even getting like Attribute Shift and Waveform is really nice on Rubik. Shaker spells, obviously, so... yeah, really cool pick that they've gone for here. And OG finishing it up with a Morphling. That's, I think, pretty intriguing. They are playing into the instant disable of the Rubik versus both Puck and Morphling, but Yaragi must have seen something that he really liked about just the overall matchup. Playing into Mars, you can play around versus the arena very nicely, always being able to waveform in and out. So yeah, looking forward to see how this all ends up as Boom. Looking to get very aggressive off the bat. And yeah, we get the Seb Wind Ranger again, who absolutely popped.
I mean, he's loving
last game.
He's loving it. Seb's turned up here at the major, and he's like, "Give me Wind Ranger." And after this was as we saw in that last game, you can see exactly why. He's very, very happy to play it here.
Looks like it will be 3 runes again for Boom, just like they did last time. And the one difference is it will be a Earthshaker with a Timbersaw this time around, rather than that Wind Ranger being able to lane with him for now. So it could perhaps make the Timbers lane a little bit weaker, make it a little bit harder for Amar to play. But overall, I think every time I've seen Amar play Timbersaw, he does not really actually have a tough time no matter what lane he's against. So let's see how it all goes. 5-position Coddle also, something I feel like we haven't seen too often. It's been mostly played as that mid position a couple of forward games, but not too many teams are putting it back as the 5. Even though it has, I still think Chakra is just an insane ability with 90% of core heroes.
Yeah, I was going to say,
like CK, it's amazing. CK can sometimes lack mana sometimes in fights, but now you have double stuns, double reality rift in some of these fights. It's pretty awesome. The stun, of course, it doesn't like fully refresh it, but close enough in a lot of situations. So let's see how this all goes. Tims versus Seb, a really fun matchup. The Rubik versus the Wind Ranger just trading. Fade Bolt versus Windrun.
And look at his courier here.
Oh, Tims. He's got to give respect. They traded. I mean, it was the same thing that we saw last time. It was actually Tims and Taiga just constantly trading and leaving a 1v1 for the 2 cores. This time around, it's Seb and Tims.
As you say, we'll be interested to see what Yaragi can do this game on the Morph. Not the most popular of carries right now.
Seb. Taking quite a bit of damage. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what it is. Because we've seen, what, I think only... not that many Morphlings. I know we had one with Pakaz where he played very comfortably on it. Dominated that game. But besides that, not too much. Yopaj.
Oh, he's doing very well.
Bringing it in the mid lane right now. 12 CS.
Doubling the CS pretty much of BZM on the first few waves.
He hasn't missed a single creep yet.
Oh, so. I want to see if he can keep that up.
That's always what I look at.
Let's have a look. I mean, can he keep it flawless? He's going to head for the 2-minute rune, so it will get at least one of them denied.
Maybe the Remnant hits it. Aww. So he won't get perfect CS. But also BZM keeping up right there with him, 10-1.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I'll see on the side lanes, it is just Yaragi that's having the tougher time.
Seb will, so looking at top, we do see that Seb has the pull open, so he's actually going to get a pull off, pretty significant to be able to keep that XP advantage. Bottom, there is no pull available. Did see Taiga block that one out. And they'll be able to pull side as well, so OG getting pulls on both side lanes. But we are seeing, at least for the first few waves, Boom slightly ahead for now.
And do you imagine with the draft this game, is it going to be much of a different approach for each side compared to what we saw them go for in game 1?
Yeah, I mean,
what's the big change-ups?
It's like there's no Pugna this time around, so I feel like there's just such a big difference of how damage is going to be dealt. It really changes the entirety of how the game is going to be played. So I think overall, Boom will still look to be taking a lot of these fights with their draft, since they do have that Mars, that Storm Spirit, that really fast-paced style. Well, I think OG, it's a bit more of a farm-heavy one. Whenever you see Morphling, it's going to take a little bit more time for this lineup to round up. So eyes on BZM to be the active one this game, since it's really him and the 2 supports to set the tempo of this game on the side of OG. Seb?
Was able to get the Wind Run off in time, but now it comes to an end. Seb, he's in trouble. He'll put the Fairy Fire. Won't save him. Tims. First blood. He zaps him down with a Fade Bolt.
Yeah. He'll get that one. Always important for Rubik's, I think, actually to get, really to get first bloods. Getting boots is really important this hero. Early arcane boots is a dream. So I'm always happy when I see Rubik's get first blood.
And it is definitely, as I say, proving to be the more difficult of the side lanes here. Iragi having that slower start.
We are seeing the already quick movement from mid. The Earthshaker sometimes causes this to happen. Taiga making his move toward mid. Scam even. I mean, they even bring a third hero, so Boom bringing 2 of the supports to guarantee this. And we saw this more from Boom when I was casting Game Without Borders. They would double-checking runes, even the water runes early on every single game. Some teams doing it more just about the power rune, but definitely seeing Boom doing it a lot around those early 2 and 4 minute runes even.
Still keeping that extra backup around the mid, Taiga.
It's a cool move, because if Taiga goes mid, it kind of forces one of the supports to move, and then it puts Amar in a 1v1 versus CK. So I think Amar, OG, very happy when they cause those type of rotations to happen from just an Earthshaker fissuring the mid lane.
Sure, because on the bottom, even with the chakra, I mean, is there any chance for these two to really kill the Timber? Or at this stage, 3 points from reactive,
Never.
He's invincible.
Yeah, he's invincible down here. And he will be able to apply a lot more pressure than in the last game when he was versus a Monkey King. This one, I feel like he can actually go for forcing Jackie out of the lane. As soon as he hits 6 on Timbersaw, it can definitely get hard for the CK. As yeah, mid. Because of those rotations, even just because of a Shaker constantly sitting around there, it's going to force Yopaj back to base. And he was about to already hit 6. All right, I think we're going to be seeing, this is like an old school thing that we're seeing, really. The Earthshaker being moved around mid lane, looking to really punish that early movements. And Puck's going to hit 6, and I think they're going to look to make a move around the 6-minute power rune with that onto Yopaj.
Let's see if they can catch him in the coil. Yopaj is actually going to try and trade some damage in onto BZM.
Okay. He has the full bottle, so he wants to utilize some of that mana, put some pressure onto BZM for now.
And try and get this wave pushed up so there's more chance of him getting freely over towards the power rune.
Get some tower pressure too if he has the full wave cleared, catapult hitting tower when they go check. Let's see who's going to get it.
Top or bottom? Top would be for Boom, bottom would be for OG. It's going to be bottom. BZM. Bottle up that regen. As bottom Amar that's a lot of damage onto Jackie. Jackie having to rift his way back over towards the creep wave, trying to heal up
here. He's still
here.
in trouble.
And Amar, he might just get this. He does, Amar. An easy solo kill here for the Timber Swords. Jackie's left alone, and he can't deal with Amar dancing around him.
Not only do they not get the rune with the checking of the 2 supports, they also lose their carry. Scam. I don't know if there's much that he can really do to prevent Amar from even doing that, to be quite honest with you. So just really trying to help us mid. And this is going to be a Timbersaw who's into a CK Mars core with... He's going to have absolute free control of this game. They're going to have to try to slow him down somehow. Yopaj is making the move.
They're bringing TPs in, but Amar, he's already out into the trees, and he's not an easy kill to get.
Already 10, 12 stacks.
Let's see if they have any sort of burst to take him out. And put the stick charges. Amar will get the chakram out. He's doing a lot of damage in return. They're still trying to get him. They'll get the stun onto him, and they will take him down.
BZM's coming. Might be able to catch Jackie.
See if Tiger. He's going to be there with a follow-up stun if necessary. Dream Coil to start things off. Can they save their CK? They're going to zip forward here with Yopaj. Grab back onto Tiger. The blast from Scam will finish him off. So another kill here for the Coil.
But they lose Jackie again. It's a painful death, 2 back-to-back. And Yopaj being forced to make moves early on is definitely going to hurt his net worth overall. We do see Tim's at least take that mid lane. But OG getting a lot out of the map in these early moves in top.
He tries his hand there. FBZ goes for the combo, but of course very hard to catch him Morphling by surprise. Yuragi already had the shift going.
Huge early start for OG. Yeah, they can just, because of the way that they drafted these 2 side lanes in particular, they can just now be, they can just break the lanes, right? They don't have to play normal lanes.
Yeah, Amar's going to go wherever he wants now.
And the rune spawns bottom as well. Yopaj getting a bit unlucky really this game. Both runes spawning away from him. BZM now with the DD, Coil up in 15.
They can look to make another move around the mid if he wants.
Jackie's only level 5. He could get brought down. When Coil's back up, Jackie, let's be very careful how he steps up again.
Yopaj. He's got a lovely stack here to clean up. We'll see on his build. He wants to go for the fighting here. He has the Orchid queued up.
It is a really good Orchid game versus both the Puck and Morphling, so can definitely see why he's tempted to go for it. Scam, already an early level 6 on the Coddle. Might just be able to force this wave out and not allow the OG to actually take advantage of the pressure they've been able to put down here. Scam might just be able to stop this push.
That's the perfect sort of hero to try and alleviate some of that early tier 1 pressure.
And he's going to find the D ward behind the tower. Nicely done. He did have the ward watching Seb placing it, of course. But yeah, really important for this Coddle to get these type of early levels. I mean, level 6 and he's got Tranquil Boots and 800 gold. Feels like he's going to be the 4 position this game.
On the 4 position, he's catching up to his 2. I mean,
Yeah,
he's only
he
a couple
really
of hundred gold behind his mid.
They're really looking to dive him. OG does not want this Coddle to just stay down here, being able to do this as top. BZM with the DD.
He's going to try and go for the Rubik, and they'll get him. Tim's caught in the shackle. There's the coil, effectively tanked there by Tims. Was able to also deny the bounty rune on his way out.
Oh, nicely done.
Back down bottom. I mean, Amar knows himself, as powerful as the Timber is, he doesn't want to go wasting time diving the Coddle at this stage. It's going to be too tricky of a kill, and opportunities for TPs in will be there.
When he has Hood, he can go for the full dive. I think pre-Hood, diving, the Storm can TP in, and the Mars can TP in. You can probably die to all the magic damage, but when he has Hood, fully can commit. Rotation's coming out.
10-minute power rune. Who's he going to go?
Oh! Top again.
OG.
Oh! FVZ.
Ah, he's got the Waning Rift to jump in. So once again, the power rune.
Oh, but look at this. Find themselves a juicy one. Yopaj may not get the rune, but he'll get the full cleanup.
I mean, this is very nice for him, as we saw on the net worth. He is the lowest of the cores right now. So
and
these stacks really helping to pick him back into the game.
And although he's had a bit of unluckiness around the runes, he's got a Coddle on his team. So he's full mana anyway. He's getting chakred. It's also an over-leveled Coddle. As we see bottom, Amar with that Hood. Is it enough? Oh, just is.
He's going to be happy with that one. Scam was being rather annoying down there, holding the defense on the tower. Amar takes him out.
And Scam was over-leveled. So Amar up to level 10.5 now off that kill.
I'm going to try and do something about it, but as you see, he has the Hood. So he's very tanky. The Arena will come down with the spear combo, stolen chain as well. Going to burst him low. They'll catch him. And they will bring him down despite the Hood. They have enough there with the 3 of them.
Does take all 3. And now Jackie, left alone in mid, a shackle.
That's going to latch. And quite the angle there as well. Clips over towards the trees. TP coming in from Tims to try and help Jackie out. Jackie will be able to pop the stick. Town with a stun, but he still goes down. Seb finishes him off.
A big steal, though, for future situations. The Fissure is going to be there for Tims. With Coddle Blast, Fissure, Fade Bolt, they have high kill potential on almost anybody.
Ochi's got to be a little careful. They did also bring Yuragi over to this area.
He's got to be a little cautious.
He's not quite in a position where he's ready to fight, only walking around with a mask and a Bassi.
But all 3 cores, top of the bar there for OG.
We'll see this again. Quite the shackle it.
What did it latch like to the back?
Look at that angle there. Yeah. Get a sort of a bit of a curved shot coming in from Seb.
He's doing a great job. Anyway, we'll definitely have to point out that Fissure upcoming soon, because that could really catch out BZM a couple times too. As another rune, but he does get stunned.
Look at the opening. Oh, but he's able to jump out. They weren't able to keep him completely locked down.
Oh, that was beautiful, Waning Rift, just to pull himself away. He would have most likely died to that spear.
And we're seeing all of OG's cores at the moment at that top spot, especially impressive considering the slow start Yuragi did have with the lane that Boom put against him. He's up there in the top 3 with the rest of his teammates.
Boom has to somehow try to set themselves up to get some tower pressure, is one concern upcoming soon. Because bottom, they're going to lose that tower naturally to the Timber. So gotta have to look for some type of trade, but it's not easy with their heroes to go for any tower pushes. OG has amazing ways to fight around towers and just to spam with the Earthshaker, with the Wind Ranger and Puck. So it looks like they're grouping up top. I think that's what they're trying to do here, just get some type of hits on it. But OG, making moves around. It can also react. Amar has his TP available, so he might look to just set up for that top tower himself.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I think Amar also farmed a pretty big ancient stack just now that Seb had been preparing. See him up to 6,600 net worth.
Now, looks like they're going to let this one go.
They're going to trade it. Yuragi's going to take the bottom one. They're going to let top drop. I thought they might rotate Amar up there, but I guess he's afraid of just too many rotations. But mid, Tims.
And they've got the Arena. Quick catch from Tims, buys time for FBZ to swing over and take down Tiger.
Yeah,
they've smoked up on OG with the 2 of them, Seb and BZM. Looking to try and catch out the 2 top. Look at the coil. Have they got enough damage, though? The shackles will latch here between the two of them, but it's actually Boom that's ready to go. They'll jump back towards BZM. The spear pushing him back. BZM, he's the one that gets taken down. Boom, more than ready and more than happy there for OG to walk into them. As bit of an awkward move, really, there from the two of them, BZM and Seb.
You see BZM instantly ping the Rubik. He's like, oh my god, this fissure is really being problematic. It's gonna disappear in about like 10, 12 seconds or so, it looks like. So OG won't have to worry about that one soon, but yeah, that's been doing work, really. Onto mid tower. 10 seconds for the puck, and Coil won't be up when he is up either.
Now we're seeing from Mar, 7k net worth.
Oh.
Very close to having Yules complete, so that on top of the hood.
He'll be pretty unkillable.
He had a fantastic game one. So far, the beginning, if anything, even better than the start that he had in that first game.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he's gonna be a real force to be reckoned with because he has that strength matchup versus the CK. That's why you see his maxed Whirling Death too. They will be strong, and they try to actually go for this gank onto Taiga top because they, when you see an Earthshaker doing this, you're like, okay, they're starting to give him a lane. They're trying to get him that priority for that blink or shard if he wants to go for something like that. So tried to set up, but OG, they immediately rotate over and push them away.
And do you think sort of understandable here from Yopaj? We saw at the start he had the intention of wanting to get that Orchid build online, but he feels pressured to just go for the more common just BKB rush that we're seeing for Storms.
It's just a better item this game. He's versus Puck and Earthshaker. Might as well this is just the natural build that you go now. It lets you commit onto these heroes not having to worry about anything.
And he's going to have that sort of just aggressive potential enabled by the fact that he has pretty much infinite mana from the Coil. Mid lane, try and jump the timber here, but Amar,
he's got the Yules.
He's up in the air with the Yules. They do still get the lift up onto BZM. BZM's going to turn Fisher there out on towards FBC. They've brought down the Mars. As Amar pulled in again. The Shackle catching on the Coil on towards the Siege Creep. Tiger walks in for the slam. Takes him out. As OG, they've found the two, and they'll be able to push on here themselves towards the tower. Yuragi also once again joining the action.
Not the target to go for. They try to take out Amar, but fresh Yules, he's got the hood. Way too survivable.
Yeah, he's absolutely at that point where they almost have to ignore him.
Yeah, and it's also, the important thing is too, the spear doesn't latch to the Mars arena. It latches to the tower, so a lot less damage that he actually is taking as well too. But a great Yules dodges out a significant amount of damage coming in from the Coddle.
As we saw, Tiger is able to easily walk over and put things to an end there with a good slam onto the two of them.
And he's gotten the Shard, so same thing that he did last time that we saw him play yesterday, Shard, and he's just going to be going into Wraith Pact, so more playing like a 5-position Earthshaker.
And of course, both supports trying to get that Wraith Pact online as soon as they can, Scam.
Of course.
He'll be farming it here for Boom.
The Wraith Pact Major. I believe we're going to start calling it pretty fast. BZM around top. They see Jackie pretty far up. He's got no backup. Jackie knows too. I think he just got a glimpse of him for a quick second.
Dire are scanning.
2k lead, OG. They're just getting it. They're able to just sit back and farm. This is an excellent situation for Yuragi. He's going to have Manta done, and now he can actually look to get involved in fights too.
I mean, we've seen already, he really wants to join the action.
Yeah.
It's never like he's farming miles away from the rest of his team. He's always there at the side of the fights. And indeed, once he has this done, he's going to be very much ready to get stuck in himself.
And it's easier for him to fight than the CK Taiga. Just gets the fissure.
Let's see if they can finish off the Rubik quickly, Tims. They'll try and turn, but the waveform forwards there from Yuragi. Tims goes down. FBC will catch Seb off to the side, but Seb's got backup. Amar heads straight in Seb, looking to back off to the side. They turn. The Dream Coil, the Shackle. It's out onto the two of them as Yopaj gets burst. So does FBC here. That's the dream there for Yuragi. He's been desperate for the action, and now he finds it. OG, they set the fight up perfectly for their carry to pick up a triple.
And still looking for more. Pig pulls.
Oh, in this room. Oh. Hey, there you go. For all the luck OG's been having with the power rooms finally. Boom get a bit of a break themselves there. Skem's allowed to live.
Seb survives because the Yules play from Amar, which leads to Shackles and backup plays. OG, they're starting to get a commanding lead in this game.
It's looking scary for Boom. This is Yuragi and Amar top 2 net worth.
Yeah.
They're massive.
And it's not an easy game for the CK to play aggressive into this Timber spot because of how big he is.
He's got another catch on the side here. Skem goes down. Jackie and Tims, they've got to be careful, Seb. And the rest of the squad ready to fight.
The jump.
They try and get the catch, but again, Amar, not really the target they can take down, and he's out with the Timber chain. The arena won't even trap him.
Uh-oh. Things are really falling apart for Boom. And the way to get back in the game is difficult because of the Timber, as I was mentioning. The CK, he has this really hard matchup until he has BKB to join ever versus this OG lineup. The Morphling can just fight at all times now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Seeing Yuragi also, I've seen him do this a lot in games. Keeping the Aquila for when he's farming, and then when he looks for fights, he swaps in the Grove Bow. Some cool little things to point out. We've been seeing from a lot of players. Doubling up on neutral items.
There's a great building damage done by him as well, Yuragi. Yep. Bottom lane, FBZ. The tower should be fine. But OG just sweeping up and down Boom's half of the map. That's causing Boom to really struggle to find spaces to get the farm they need on all 3 of their cores.
Yeah, I'm really worried to see when the CK is going to feel like he can get into this game. Because it's not even just the Timbersaw, as we mentioned. He is playing into a Morphling. That high armor carry can always do really well versus CK.
And the Shaker,
Shaker,
yeah.
Into Puck. There's a lot of different elements he has to be worried about. Mid.
Got the coil. That Gale Force as well, allowing them to set off the stun. FBZ will turn with a spear, but he goes down. Tiger drops the slam to finish him off. Jackie will get him with the Chaos Bolt, gets the kill on the Shaker in return. Yopaj jumping forward for Seb. Boom. They found a couple of kills this time. See if they can get anything more out of this. They look over towards Amar. Jackie popping the Phantasm. Do they have enough damage to bring down this Timber? Amar's pretty low at the moment.
Dodges the stun.
See what more he can offer. Here's Amar. Tries to Timber chain out to the side, but they've got him. Boom. 3 kills here. Finally able to punch back against OG. Getting that huge one at the end, bringing down Amar.
A little bit of an overextension from OG, going for these kills. And boom, we do see Jackie finally be able to do something, right? Getting involved into this one. They had to commit a lot to finish off the Mars. I think the Kato Blast healed him just over the top. That Taiga had to commit an Echo to finish him, so didn't have it for the further chase out of the fight. And now we see Tims has a Spirit Vessel. A really good pickup, actually, this game versus the Timber and the Morphling.
And Boom, showing they absolutely can still find these opportunities to kick back at OG. After OG have maintained pretty good control of this early to mid game. And now at this stage, Boom, and with the BKB on Yopaj, he's going to be able to have a real solid presence in this team fight that OG have been trying to bring towards them.
And his power level is about to kick in 3 minutes as well, too. Those triple nulls, as we love so much, will become that much stronger.
Radiant are scanning.
Still tough, I would say, for Boom. They still have to play these fights pretty perfectly. As FBZ's the ones caught.
Dropping the coil. BZ trying to back off. The Gale Force keeping him held in position. BZM jumps forward with Yuragi. They'll burst through the Mars with ease. The Shackle Seb. He's caught Yopaj. Anything else to offer up? No. BKB's there from Yopaj. He's ready to turn. He wants to get Seb. Goes over towards the Wind Ranger. They'll take him down. Jackie also committing with the BKB to look for more. But BZM, he'll find a second kill as he jumps forward for Skem. Jackie tries to turn towards Amar. The Shackle will hold back with Yuragi.
The BKB to just run away, though. First showing of it, and Jackie can't actually commit to go for any type of kill.
Yeah, that time round, Boom not quite able to bring the damage together as they did so in that last fight closer to the river. They only got the one in return for losing both FBZ.
And really seeing just the power over and over again of this Gale Force. FBZ's just stuck. He's in between a fissure and a wall, and he's just completely wedged there from the wind. Unable to escape.
Yeah, good combination of synergies this time with that Gale Force. As you said, being trapped in an awkward position by the Fissure or being pushed into situations where the likelihood of snapping that Dream Coil rises.
I mean, look at him. Like, what can you do? He's just totally trapped. And also seeing that Taiga did switch up his build. He found the our favorite item, Big White Philly, Philosopher's Stone. Already has his Blink Dagger finished up. So now they're going to have further forms of initiation and easier ways to keep this CK locked down. Up to a 5k gold lead. And the Scotty soon on the menu for Morphling, for Yuragi.
Kaya Sanj on Amar.
Oh man, these Phantasm is never going to exist this game, that's for sure.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Boom. I've got Yopaj closing in on his next big purchase. He wants the Ags. Blink on Seb, though. They've got to be prepared for this Wind Ranger getting crazy angles. As Seb was last game with these Blink shackles that really caused issues for Boom's cause.
3 different forms of initiation and counter-initiation now for OG, and they have an Amar, right? The Timbersaw that can just run into the fights and tank 90% of the spells. While still on the side of Boom, it can be a little hard. The Storm has to be the one to really dictate full initiation. FBZ can, but he'll probably die right after he initiates with no BKB.
And they've got to watch out for this as well. Tiger putting the Wraith Pack purchase on hold and getting that Blink Dagger, of course. So we are going to see him have that chance for the big slams.
FBZ, off the mark.
How do you get the controller onto Jackie? Shackle won't latch, but the Dream Coil will. It's slammed down. We'll see Amar go straight towards FBZ. FBZ tries to rub, but Tiger's in with a slam. Takes out the Mars. It loses life for it in return. 1-for-1 right now. Yopaj with the BKB using his time and to try and control Seb, but Boom, they've got to back off.
Jackie's on full retreat. He used BKB and Phantasm already.
I mean, they're trying to chase him up. Won't quite be able to latch the chain, so Boom will be able to get the majority of them out of there. That's Tims. He's the one to fall. He's actually going to buy back here, Tims.
Okay.
If they can try and punish OG underneath the tier 2 tower. As Amar, he's caught by the stuns, ticking down to the Spirit Vessel. He'll fall. Boom. They will manage to make OG pay a little bit for that dive.
Much needed hit back to slow down this Timber.
I mean, with Timber gone for a minute, can they go for the Roche?
They might be able to. There's no ult on the Shaker. Puck cooldown as well. I think they might be able to commit into it. They're going to get vision down. It's also 25 minutes, so Knowles are online.
Okay.
Looking for perhaps a catch.
Yuragi in the trees.
Taiga's also looking for a catch himself. He saw FBZ top. Yuragi.
Just going to try and play around with him.
His Mantis cooldown.
10 seconds. Jump 4 from BZM. Got to be careful getting close to the CK. Jackie tries to get the catch on him. FBZ, in fact, even looking to see if he could trap Tiger there to the side, but Tiger's out with the blink. And Boom have managed to push OG away from the pit, but 15 seconds, not too long now until Amar's back in. And with that in mind, Boom, they can't go for a Roche play quite yet.
OG thinks they're doing it. They're checking. They're pinging it.
They are still around. FBZ. They've found him at the side. FBZ, he'll turn, he'll get the arena off, he'll try and run, but the damage is done by Yuragi. Yopaj committing him with the BKB, jumps forward to look towards Tiger. Jackie will pull him back, get the kill done, but now the Gale Force burn them back. The Dream Coil is caught, the 3 of them. BZM traps them and allows Amar to swing across, cut them down with the Chakram. 4 dead. On Boom.
Seb again and again and again, right? Gale Force into 2-man shackle there for his team to catch up.
I mean, they're looking for the team wipe here, running down the Rubik. Tims, the last one left alive. Yuragi shoots him down, triple kill.
He's completely out of control. An unaddressed Morphling in the draft who now has free farm into 8, 0, and 5, level 21 on him too.
I mean, they get the perfect way to start the fight here, finding FBZ, forcing him to react immediately with the arena, not getting the chance to have the fight.
And look at Jackie. He's just dead 100 to 0. Oh my god.
I mean, and Seb making these sort of the Gale Forces, the shackles look just completely broken. They're just controlled by it every single time. Back in action, OG, they'll get the Roshan Aegis into the hands of Yuragi. Now sitting at the top net worth by quite some bit here. This Morphling, very, very farmed. 8-0-5, Yuragi having a perfect game.
Yeah, he's completely out of control. It's pretty much impossible for them to really kill him unless they fully isolate him now. They will not, even with the full control, he will most likely survive. That is gonna prove to make things really difficult for them in these upcoming moments. 12k lead, playing into Aegis. OG ults are back online, winning the last fight even without some of those ultimates.
Do still have solid timings hit by Boom. Yopaj, fastest stacks that we've seen hit.
It's all good timings. It's just his CK just can't play the game easily because he can't Phantasm ever. It's always just going to be fully cleared, and he only has that 7-second window to be able to burst down everybody. And the heroes of OG are not easy to kill, as we've seen. The Timber, the Puck, the Morphling, not only tanky but elusive.
Yeah, Yopaj has to get some huge multi-man vortexes.
FBZ also, he's got his BKB done, but it feels like they need like a multi-man vortex into a multi-man spear into everything colliding on top. And also, has to be a big steal from Tims. I'm starting to feel the lack of impact from this Rubik. Even though he has the Vessel, which is going to be useful, he's It's tough for him to always get a good spell.
I mean, what is sort of the good spells you're looking for here, really?
Fissure and Shackle.
Fissure. Okay.
Mostly Fissure.
Radiant's bottom tower.
A Coil could be decent too, actually, but...
And BZM. They get the coil out onto the two of them. FBZ tries for the setup, but already out with a phase shift. Joe Patch jumps over towards him. They get the telekinesis, and they've got him. They've got him. They've taken him out. Can they go for more here? Boom, boom. Off to the side. Skem. He's been dealt with by Amar. OG still showing they're happy to fight 4 versus 4. And the shackle opening onto FBZ, but they don't quite have Yuragi right by them.
And Yuragi has a full Satanic, as if he wasn't already unkillable enough. OG does hesitate a moment until he's closer. Amar also continuing to be massive, as we've said.
I mean, Boom's still looking for some action up here. FBZ in the trees.
That's not the one you want to go for.
Jumping Amar just seems so impossible, especially when you don't quite know where the rest of OG are.
Yeah, you don't know what follow-up's going to come in. A Gale Force into an Echo. As they're on the hunt, they do see them, though. That ward in the mid lane. It does see Seb and Yuragi setting up in this area. So Boom is aware.
Can they try and jump?
Oh, they see Taiga.
They're gonna go for it. Ooh, but they can't quite get him in time. Taiga. Able to react.
The ward that they have placed in mid spotted it. It's gonna get dewarded.
Seb. He's gonna get in, but FBZ was able to put the BKB. He'll go straight for Taiga with the lockdown in the arena. They'll take out the Shaker. BZM will be back up in a second. Of course, Tier 1 tower still up in the mid, so OG will get the puck back over to them very, very quickly.
DD bottom in the bottle for Yuragi. And he's still the one that's just completely unaddressed. They're getting a couple of these kills on BZM, finding Taiga, but they're never able to find Yuragi.
They can't kill this morph.
They really can't. Yopai's level 20. Bit more control. That .4 for his Vortex. They see top right now. The ward from OG is spotting the CK as well as the Rubik.
Radiant are scanning.
And in terms of the team's Wraith packs, what do we have? We have it done on the Scam. And for OG, they've shifted up to the priority. Seb's trying to get it online for them. Still a fair bit of gold short, though. 1,200 or so until it's there. OG.
They know they're still set up with just 2 heroes top.
They are split here, Boom.
Amar just keeps playing on the bottom side, because now with BKB, he's pretty invulnerable. And like we said, they saw the 2 heroes top with that ward before. Looking to find a catch, but Boom seems aware of themselves.
They've got this ward down behind the tower Seb's planted.
Good awareness from Boom.
Yeah, Boom. They know that it's highly likely that any sort of walk back down this lane would have ended in death.
They fully check the tree line anyway, really knowing that somebody was playing around the area. TP's bottom, Amar.
I mean, Amar's just TPing into the team of Boom here.
No fear.
He really doesn't have any. I mean, understandably so with the BKB done.
Pretty decent steal. Chakram is taken for Tims now.
Oh, big zip here over towards the mid. And Joe Patch, he's caught Seb.
The spear
misses. It's gonna miss. See if they can still go for. Oh, he's put the BKB as well. He really wanted Seb, Patch. They don't get him.
And now the backline.
I mean, Jackie's just getting beaten down through the BKB there, down to the right clicks of Yuragi. He's got to run. He'll pop the Phantasm, but that's Jackie down for 75 seconds.
Fissure does get stolen for Tims.
OG's just popping up into the base. What? That's a good spear. Vestal down as well. Vortex control, Yopaj trying to burst through him. Oh, they've taken him out. Amar punished for as deep as he went there in that situation. Up towards and up past the tier 3s. He goes down.
Radiant's middle tower.
Gem, who ended up getting it?
Radiant structures are fortified.
Tims has pinged it somewhere.
Looking for it. Okay, looks like FPC got it.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Boom.
They strike back a little.
Quite the loss there, losing their carry, but being able to take down Amar. We'll see again in the mid. Not quite catching him. It's always tricky around those positions where you're playing high ground to low ground. Trying to get that angle right.
Now they're on Seb.
This time round, they won't miss the opportunity. Seb goes down.
And they will still have this stolen fissure for quite some time. Tims, this could be the thing that they need to be able to catch Yuragi, perhaps. It's still a tall order, still a tough task for them to really bring him down, but this gives them a small window, perhaps.
I mean, and when they do, he's probably going to be worth quite a bit of money.
He sure will be. 8-0 and 6. Now he has a BKB of his own, so it's still hard, but perhaps. But still just, yeah, for Jackie, as we said, the game is just so damn hard for this team.
In the mid. Ooh, not quite able to get that angle there for the spear into the fissure.
FBZ dropping low.
See how much more Boom can stick around for. Now on the mid, they have the Orchid done on Jackie, so an extra bit of a silence to throw into the mix.
Every little thing is going to matter here. It's a very uphill battle for them to try to take out this Morphling Ever.
Oh, Namar's got his full Lotus all complete, so another item. That's going to make him very, very hard to go on, and almost certainly will save him in those situations where he finds himself diving towers. We'll have that extra opportunity to remove the Vessel.
Exactly. The Vessel and the Solar Bind, another one that's been tripping up a little bit.
Yeah. Having those, 3 dispels to work with. Perfect here against Boom's lineup.
And now they're hunting. Everybody up on OG. They know how much stronger they are.
It's Boom.
Oh,
Get the fissure out. He's going to get jumped onto the side. FBC just gets caught immediately. He's gone.
He jumped in. He was trying to initiate himself and just gets instantly disabled.
He met a bit of a nasty surprise there with OG waiting for him on the high ground. Scam also taken down there as he's trapped by the coil.
And I believe that was the gem too, right? They didn't pick it up yet, but it's on the ground.
They see it.
Game continuing to be incredibly difficult for the side of Boom. Now a Wraith Pact picked up for Seb.
We'll see it again here.
He jumped in as they jumped, so he got caught by the stun. It was a bit of an unfortunate timing, really, for FBZ.
A very rough fight there for Boom as they'll fall further behind, now down 19k against OG. Yuragi's morph getting further and further out of control. Level 25.
Ooh, that win probability is looking kind of how we expect it to be at this point in the game. 95-5 right now, OG. Looking like they have a pretty straight shot to finish this one. Now, I don't know how you can... Now, they couldn't kill the Morphling before, and then him hitting 25, it's actually just impossible now.
And taking the sort of, as we can see there, the much less picked talent.
The way better talent.
But the one that's going to really add to the fact that he just won't die. Even if they do catch him in that instant opening, as you said, sort of from these heroes like the telekinesis from Rubik.
I'm glad that our overlay says the 2 waveform charges, because for me it says 65 waveform charges, by the way. So
65?
Yeah.
No wonder everybody's picking that one.
See, S value. Mine says 65. It changes. I know it's a bug, but it's just funny. As Tims gets caught out again. And Boom, just getting stuck in their base now. I love those S value ones that we've been getting. a couple abilities, couple of their talents get a little wacky sometimes. FBZ.
And tries his luck there, catching BZM.
Oh, BZM. He's got the Aeon disc. He's gonna disassemble. And he should be okay.
Have they got any further jump to chase him down here? I mean, they're gonna give it a shot here. Yopaz using his entire mana pool to try and close in on him. But wasn't quite able to close the gap completely.
And they're getting Rosh out of this. Space. And I should say he reassembled his Aeon disc because he had it locked and disassembled.
And now this Morph's got an Aegis. Iragi.
Also has the shard, I believe, that he picked up from the Rosh too. Nothing too massive, but it is a lot of damage when you are this far ahead as a Morphling. The double multi-shot. Adaptive strikes can be pretty potent. And on to high ground. Yuragi's feeling strong enough.
He certainly is. They really have proved this game, OG, that this Morph was the perfect pick. Yuragi's played it to perfection.
Wraith Pact versus Wraith Pact. Look at them go.
Tower's going down. Boom. They've got to do something. They'll smoke up to try and get favorable positioning. They'll look for the jump.
Memple.
With the Vortex onto the two of them, they're going to try and take out the Shaker. They'll do so. Tiger's gone.
He was really far up on Taiga there. All right, that's going to stop the push for now. Surprised how far he really was. He was like right in front of the base. BZM still lingering around, potentially attempting a jump, but not quite able to. Also to point out, he did hit 25 now on BZM too.
Okay.
So a huge talent picked up, of course. That Dream Call pierces immunity. It's going to prove to be extremely problematic for the Storm in particular. Him and the CK will have a really hard time as if they haven't already in this game. Poor Jackie.
OG, of course, even with
this TP's bottom. The ward, it spotted Yopaj for a second.
He's going to get caught by the coil. His own BKB still on cooldown. Shackles there from Seb. That's Yopaj gone.
Didn't even matter if he had the BKB because the coil
would have still been stuck. He may be forced to use the buyback. Tiger's back in 5 seconds. The rest of OG still standing outside the base. They're trying to lead in on Yuragi, but the quick Manta removing that Bloodthorn. Yuragi. Now step back still for now. Tiger TPing over to the outpost. He'll make his way over to join the rest of the squad.
FBZ was trapped by the Wraith Pact actually from his teammate for a second there. Had to phase away. Jackie.
Trying to poke at the CK, see if they can get any of these BKB charges out.
Yuragi killed the Wraith Pact, so he actually does damage to the racks now.
They're just diving in. Omar, he's feeling hungry as well to dive for these heroes.
Look at the damage.
And he's going to look to cut across towards Tim's. That's Tim's gone. And now with the jump, the slam, they managed to catch out 2 more. 3 buybacks now coming out for Boom. The arena's down. See if they can turn this. Good burst onto Tiger. Both Tiger and Yuragi fully low. They're taking out Tiger. They're taking out the Aegis. Boom. Can they set up for a second kill attempt onto Yuragi? Yuragi, he's out with the waveform. Shackle from Seb. He's caught the 2 of them. Jackie and FBZ falling low. Yopaj. It's a 4-man. Vortex here coming in. They've got the stun locked down. Have they got the burst from Yuragi? They're trying to kill this Morphin, but they can't. He pops the BKB. He's got the lifesteal. Goes straight over towards FBZ. FBZ trying to back off. Yopaj, he's got just enough mana to zip back to the fountain, but they've lost Jackie. It's a dieback for the CK.
Again and again, another 2-man shackle. This time catches Jackie and he gets cleaned up. 4-man Vortex still can't commit onto a kill. Yuragi, too strong.
He's diving. And again,
another shackle.
It's another one.
And they're gone.
And he's locked them down, taken them out. They've got a buyback on the call. But now,
the base.
Tims and Jackie out of the game. No buybacks for them. OG. They're looking to close it up. Yopaj will go in with a further zip, but he's caught by the silence. He's able to ball lightning out. This Gale Force pushing him all over the place. We'll see Yuragi jump in, turn into the Mars, try and use his spear against the Dream Coil. It's caught the 3 of them. FBZ trying to get back towards the fountain, but he can't escape OG. As Yuragi, he'll look to continue closing up the game. BZM will get taken down. FBZ's got the buyback. Boom. Can they take anything else away from OG? Amar also very, very low off to the side, but Yuragi,
the tier 4 is...
he's just trying to close it up. He's going for the game. It's tier 4 going down. Yopaj again, another zip. He gets the Vortex catch onto Amar. Amar, incredibly low.
Yuragi's just going for the end.
He is. He's hitting on the engineer with the illusions. They take down Yopaj. GG is called. OG will take game 2. And with that, the series, it's theirs 2-0.